They make another product called Lanox, and it's kind of like the Inox. This is the MX3 and this is the MX4. The MX4 has got lanolin grease in it, which is a little thicker, and I'm using this on my trailer actually, and my jack plate, my trolling motor, my battery terminals, again, everything. And this stuff is absolutely awesome. If I want something that's going to work a little more in a heavier environment, like I spray on my outboard motor, all of my trim pumps, all of my hydraulic fittings that are on all of my steering, all of my hydraulic steering, I spray the Inox MX4 on it. Once a month maybe, stuff looks like brand new.
I just got the Lanox for my boat trailer and I'm spraying it on my bunks. I haven't washed it off in 3 months and still no corrosion, no buildup, no nothing, no salt.
I tried a little experiment. I took another marine product that's very well known, very expensive, and I sprayed it on half of my trailer. I didn't actually spray it because it doesn't come in a spray, but I rubbed it on half of my trailer. And I took the Lanox spray and simply just walked down the trailer real quick and sprayed it down half of the trailer. I fish pretty much 7 days a week. So after about 6 or 7 days, the other stuff was gone. I had no beating of the water. It didn't look like anything was on the trailer at all. This stuff lasted about 6 weeks of just every day in and out, spraying it off with a hose when I get back. Every single day I spray my trailer off with fresh water, and it looks like I Rain-X'd my trailer. It literally looks like I waxed it. And it lasted for a long time, which really impressed me, at a fraction of the cost of the other stuff. So this is absolutely awesome. If you've got a brand new trailer, you want to keep your trailer looking brand new, this is the stuff right here. It's the bomb. And we're just going to spray a section right here. Okay, and that's all we're going to do. We're just going to spray it like that. And see where I didn't spray? Look at that. Look at the difference between where it's beading. This is sheet action where I washed it all off earlier. This is where I sprayed. I sprayed right down this section and look at it. It beads like it's been waxed. That will do that for a long time, longer than any other product I've used. I spray it on everything on the trailer. You can spray it right on the cable, the winch. How sick are you guys of these right here going to crap and rusting after a while? Every hook I've ever seen, the little spring and everything rust. This one's almost 4 months old. Doesn't have a lick of rust on it.
The Lanox had several people buy it to spray on their boat trailers and their leaf springs just to help preventative maintenance. You know, so far they've had a lot of positive feedback. Several guys have had it on for 2 months and the water's still beating off their trailer, including their leaf springs, which is in the long run going to save them a ton of money on repairs.
We were taking seas all the way over the boat the other night. But he hasn't been able to open them for a while. From what I've done with this stuff, it'll open by tomorrow.
About every month or maybe every other month, I will spray a light application of this, and it doesn't take much, just a small spray onto my trailer. The trailer that I have now, I just bought a year ago because the old trailer got rusted out and went bad. As soon as I got that trailer, I started applying the Lanox to it. There's absolutely no rust in that trailer. I am amazed, and everyone looks at that trailer and goes, oh, that's a pretty new trailer. The thing's a year old, has been dunked in the water over 100 times, and there's no rust on it. When I need to take my lug nuts off, I don't have any issues because it creeps down in between all the threads on the bolts and stuff, and absolutely protects it completely. You would want to use your Lanox product basically for items that you're not going to be scrubbing off and that you need a long-term application for. I even use the Inox to wipe down the poles. Here in Florida we have the love bugs, not a problem, we just wipe them off when it sets on there.
Take the motor cowling off and spray some MX4 on it to kind of seal it and protect it. I use MX4 also on the cowling and the outside of the motor. Keeps it nice and shiny and protects it. The boat itself, I had used other products, but because I'm always in salt water, the locks and the hinges and stuff on the hatches were still corroding. Since I've gone to the Inox, I haven't had that problem again. Gotcha. It actually cleaned away any of the old corrosion that was on them, has helped maintain them and really keeps them in great working order.
Corrosion X is what we would normally use, but last week we took the engines down, took the cowls off, the side panels off, and we sprayed everywhere with Lanox MX4. It has open connectors. I spray everything, the whole motor. But even though I wiped it off, it's still into the metal and the plastic and the wires, the copper, everything.
Guys, this motor's over 2 years old. It's got over 800 hours on it right now. And one of the things I started doing with the Lanox is I started spraying all of my hydraulic fittings and my steering and everything, and it keeps all the corrosion from building up on it. You can see I sprayed this about a week ago when I cleaned the boat up, and you can see it's still got a nice sheen on it, and all of the fittings themselves, they had corrosion on them before I found this product. This product actually ate the corrosion off of them and keeps a nice, like a skin on them almost. I don't know what the stuff is, but it's like a skin, and it keeps corrosion from continuing to come back and attack it again. It doesn't hardly ever wash off with water, and I mean, I'm in the water every day. Every day I got this thing soaking in salt water, 5, 6, 8 hours a day, and it looks great. It looks as good as it did when it was new.
And the Lanox I use on every moving part on the boat, especially the trailer, because we travel thousands of miles every year. I'm on the water 250 days a year. I've had a wheel come off, I've had hubs break, you name it, I've had it. I even had the trailer come off the ball one time because I had a rusty ball and it just popped off. I spray it all over my rims and my hubs, anything that can get corroded. Lanox.
I've used it on the steering ram on the boat about once a year. That thing was starting to hang up and corrode, and since spraying inox on it, it hasn't happened once.
If you look close, you can still see salt on the motors. It'll just wipe right off. What we have here is a set of 250 4-stroke Yamahas. Been abused for about 5 or 6 days without being washed. Lanoxed it with MX4 Lanox from Inox. I'd say about 5, 6, 7 days ago, and it's been in the water and ran really hard, and as I said, not washed. Salt all over it. Don't even need to do anything but wipe it off. And the salt comes right off, still from the finish that we had on there from before. However, from the old school, I like to baby my motors, so I put more product on it. And as you see, it takes and dissolves the salt right away. Very little bit of time. We've cleaned and protected from corrosion, and we've lubricated both of these motors on the outside. And that's what you do, is you wipe them down with the Lanox like about once, twice a month. That's what I do. And they'll last a whole lot longer.